How about now? Can you guys hear me? Tell me if you can. Hello? Hello? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm so sorry. I'm up here running my mouth. You can't hear me. I'm so sorry. All right. I'm fine with starting over. I say thank you so much. Thank you, Slim Duncan. I appreciate you, girl. So here we go. M- My issue again is why are we pretending as though there's not a problem within our community that is stopping us from having the health and wealth that we need? So I've been studying this since 2018. I've been studying patterns, I've been studying the resources available to us and how we can change that. That's why I started Chocolate Earth. It's more than just let me grow some food. It's about building a community that is self sustaining and teaching ways that people can better their situation naturally. Naturally, we can do this. And it is a complete an utter lie that we continue to perpetuate that being poor is a state of mind. So it's a child's fault that their parents are poor? No. Is it the parents alone's fault that they are poor? No. And the reason is if you understand history and you understand what's going on, it has always been this way that we have lived in societies that feel that having more on my side and you having less is the better way to go. That the only way I can have my house on the hill is to keep you in the bottom in the mud. And I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it professed. I'm tired of hearing it from the mouths of Black men and women who have decided that it is a state of mind. Are you serious? We are now living in a time, if you can't see that it is a dire need to take care of our community, or it's not going to be one. Supposedly, based on the last census, it was 46 million of us in this country. Okay, 46 million. If you take maybe a third of that, the are people under 18, right? And 18 and over, let's say we got about 30 million people that we can reach out to. You can easily reach out to 30 million people on this platform. But what do? We want to talk about the things that make no sense. You want to talk about sexual preferences or what is a man or what is a woman and roles and all this, where there are children going missing. Our children are not at a education level that they can compete. We're not in the industries that we need to be in. Technology, manufacturing, and agriculture. Black people are not in those. And it's not a quiet secret. It is the truth. And it's been designed that way. So now we can fix it. We can change it. The information is there. So let me get to that point. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Please like it. Please share it because I'm going to keep coming and I'm going to bring as much information as I can. And if you appreciate this Chocolate Earth News, please donate to the cause. The money goes toward building greenhouses and building homes for our people. I've already got the land, yo. I've already got the land and working on getting more. So let's go. And so I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. I had some technical issues earlier where they was trying to stop me. It wasn't nobody but the devil trying to keep me from talking, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to pull up this article. I'm goofy, I know. I want to pull up this article. It is from McKinsey.com, and they are pretty much a really great resource for information, studies, census type things where they collect information and do articles about that. And so let me pull this up for you guys because I think having the visual will help us understand a lot more as to why I am moaning and groaning about this. Okay. Let me. Yes. Yes. I have land. I have purchased. I have right now an acre and a quarter of an acre. I'm actually talking to a realtor now about 80 acres to purchase separately, strictly for building greenhouses and building a community, building housing. You have Black people out here facing eviction. We're paying thousands and thousands in rent for what? What's the purpose other than the stress? Yes, we all have to keep a roof over our head, no doubt. And it's not a fairy tale and it's not a pipe dream. I'm happy to show all my paperwork and receipts. So, and I am putting every dollar I can in. So that's all I can tell you at this point. I am happy to share and have a conversation with you. You can email me. It's chocolateearthfoundation@gmail. All of my contact information is on my YouTube page. All right, let me pull this up for you guys. And please feel free, ask me whatever. I have an answer. I have an answer. All right, let me get this screen up for you. All right. Okay, we're going to add this to the stream. I want you guys to take a look at this. So, right now, what we're looking at, and I hope everybody can see, this was a 2016. Counties in the US with above average Black populations tend to have fewer fresh food options, but more convenience stores. And we know this is true. Black folks, we know this is true because what do we see? The liquor store, the churches, a Dollar General, any kind of store that, what is it, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. And I used to work for Dollar Tree as a driver. Different conversation. We used to have we know this. We drive through the hood and we see it. And so right here they have shown us now r- relative prevalence in counties with above average Black populations. Look at this. Farmers markets, restaurants, grocery stores. But you know what we got? Convenience stores. 119%. Yes. You know what, to your point, and let me do this because I do, it's an open panel. I would love if you would like to come up and discuss it with me. Come on up. Let me drop this link because I'd love to talk to you. We own Lock Nation. I'd love to. So give me just a second because I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yes, we can have our own community. We can grow our own food. We can have our own businesses, and still people will come and patronize. Let me tell you something. We are a global economy. Global. So it's not like we just gonna sell to ourselves. We're gonna sell to other people who want to support us, other communities who will support us. So let me find this because, honey, look, I'm out here running my mouth. Here's the link. Um, by all means, come up, let's talk about it. But this is what's happening. This is what's happening in our communities. You know, these are the things that's going on, that, and these companies get kickbacks. Hold on. Let me back that up for you. So let me continue, because I have another show talking about this too as well. $300 billion opportunity. This is the kind of consumer power black people have. Imagine if we take this. This is what the business is currently right now. If they built grocery stores, if they brought a Whole Foods, if they brought Sprouts, if they brought these particular places, we would shop there. This lie that has been told, that we don't want better, that our communities don't want better, it's a lie, y'all. It's a lie. And I'm tired of hearing it. And it's not true. Let me continue on. And yes, I'm very passionate about this. And I'm not going to apologize for my passion. I'm not. Because for too long, we have sat and watched as gentrification and the different people coming in, changing the narrative for us. And then we don't have any way to fight that. But there is a way. There is a way. So let me get this for you guys. So, like I said, anything that I look for, anything that I find, I'm happy to share. And I'll be putting the links in the YouTube description to let you guys know where you can go and see this information. So, let's see here. Oh, great. I'm glad you popped up. Let's add you to the stream.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I apologize. I thought you were a woman. I don't know why.
Wow.
I
Uh,
am so sorry.
you're
No,
not
no,
the
not
first
from your.
person. You're not the first person. Don't worry, you're not the first person to
I
tell me.
apologize. So, yes, thank you for coming up.
Not a
Please
problem.
talk to me. How you feeling about what I'm talking about?
Well, from my perspective, I know a couple of people who basically want to build their communities from the ground up. And one of them they particularly don't like because he's a pan-Africanism. He's a pan-Africanist, number one. Number two, black people don't like to buy black. You see what I mean? But it it goes to show you that in due time, people are not going to want you in their stores anymore. Like the Chinese and
Mhm.
The Chinese, when you go into their hair shops and nail shops, they show you what they think about you. They
Oh
follow
yeah.
you around. They follow you
Hmm.
around in stores and all that. They put their hands on you, and it sometimes at times you end up acting a damn fool. So what do you do? I mean, you get clowned and you get kicked out the store. And
Exactly.
there's a couple times where you get the whole family community you want to apologize. No, apologize for what? We burn down your whole schneer. Is that simple? But I like the idea of purchasing land
Hmm.
because a person that I admire, Dr. Claude Anderson said we only have but so little time and so much little land to purchase. It's like I think he said something like 13% of the land left, and I don't know how much. I don't know how much it is left, in my opinion, but I think you're
Yeah.
doing the right thing.
Well, I appreciate it and understand. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I have no issue. And I say this all the time, every day. I have no issue with a black man with a plan.
Hmm.
However, I have an issue when it is not directed in an inclusive situation. And when I mean inclusive, I'm not talking about any other race at the moment.
Yes, please
I'm
define
talking about,
inclusive.
I will. What I'm talking about is that we have different cultures within our culture as black people, right?
Hmm.
We have the LGBT, we have our heterosexuals, we have our Christians, our Muslims, our, all of them. And all you can take those titles away and they're still black. Now, everybody's experience is different. However, we can't pretend now, we can't lie that it's not in our faces what the black experience is like, because we wouldn't have all these different stories or all these different experiences that mirror themselves. My
Uh,
issue is when we are decisive within our culture. And to your point, yes, I know that there are black folks that you just ain't gonna save. Well, that's fine. That's the thing. I wanted to be clear. I don't care about those people. Those who are gonna come, those who are want to do right, will do it. And that's just the truth. And we know
mhm.
it. I know.
So
Go
are you
ahead.
saying you are a part? So you saying are you a part of any one of these groups? Is that what you're saying?
No, and that's so funny. I'm not a part of any of those groups except I'm a heterosexual black woman.
Mm.
Like that's pretty much it. I did practice Christianity. I did practice Islam. I was raised under Islam. I was
Mhm.
raised under it was actually at the time I think it was, I don't want to say his name wrong, but it wasn't, Farrakhan was a part of it, but the oh
You
my
talk
gosh, the man that was at the top, the older gentleman, he passed away. I can't think of his name right now.
Doctor, not Doctor McClea Muhammad. He was the bodyguard. You're talking about
Can't think.
Cr-
Wait, I'm gonna have to Google it
you
because
trip
I
you
can't.
trip you making me think now.
Right, exactly. It was
Elijah Muhammad.
yes, the Elijah. That's how I know a lot of people might not think so, but I'm old, so I've seen a
Well,
lot
you
of.
get. I
I've
mean, people have
I'm,
their theories about
right,
Elijah. You know, and
but
it,
however, if
you
you
know,
take the plan, what what they were doing, and still to this day they are a very strong community. The black Islamic community is still very strong. So that's why I say, when people say to me, oh, they're gonna blow us up, or they gonna, what about Black Wall Street, what about this, what about that, what about everything, what about anything? Tomorrow it could be a hurricane, typhoon that could come here and wipe everything away.
you
Is
can't
that
worry
mean do
about
we wait?
tomorrow. Only focus on today.
Exactly. That's right. Be in the present.
Be in the
And
present.
then if you're in the present and think about the present and build for the present, it's going to be there for the future. And like I say, I'm not reinventing the wheel. It goes as such. You can purchase a piece of property right now in an unincorporated area, right? So
Hmm.
I know 56% of Black people, we live in the South.
Hmm.
So only 15% of us live in the West. That includes, and I'm not talking about Texas, child. I'm talking about Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Washington, Oregon, and Nevada. Right?
That's where I live in Nevada.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I have had the opportunity to travel all in that area. So I've been from one side of the country to California through different means, different positions in my life, so on and so forth. And what I see is that there's opportunity if we take it. And this is time is now. We can't wait any longer, or we're going to miss that window. And there's land to be purchased. I am paying $25 a month on a piece of property.
$25 a month. That is not bad.
No, and you only had to put
And
$50 down.
whoa, what type of land is this?
It's still the Wild Wild West. There's a
Hmm.
lot of people that don't live in the West. And in the northern area of Arizona, for instance, I've lived in Arizona for almost 10 years on and off. Maybe a year I was gone, but it's my second home. And so you have so many advantages to that. The land is still very vast there. There is mineral rights that you can purchase. People still dig for rubies and emeralds and the whole nine. This is what's there. You can buy mineral rights on a piece of land You don't live on it, but people come from all over the country to come to Arizona to mine. You can still mine for gold up there.
Mm,
And
mm, mm,
then
mm.
we have a untapped resource that we don't even think about. We talk about the indigenous people, we talk about the Native Americans. If you really study, they're in a worse situation than some of our ghettos. Even though they have reservations, even though there's money, they are also under oppression by their own people. So it's no different. It's no different. And
Blacks
that
are
is,
blacks are
yes,
incriminating themselves. Whites are incriminating
exactly.
themselves.
Exactly. So
But
it's like,
we can never move we can never move forward in life. But now the fault is on females. The fault
of
is on the
course, it's my fault.
yeah, it's your
It's all
fault.
my fault with my womb and allowing people to do things to my womb and having other children of other cultures,
And you should follow
families.
my lead because I am the lead.
You
And
the
it's like,
man.
it's
You the
what are you leading?
man.
What are you
Yes,
leading?
please. Lead me somewhere, Lord. Please
Y-
lead me
I
somewhere.
mean, you're gonna lead me to a pot of gold or a room full of snakes. I mean,
Honey.
I want to be rich. I don't want to be big. So that's what I
Hello?
deal with. That's what I deal with too. That's what I deal with
And
too.
and
But I'm the simp. So give it to
welcome.
well,
I am the
thank you.
angry black woman. Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, how are
Oh,
you?
I'm I'm the
No, you're
masculine,
the
angry black
yeah, the
woman.
masculine. Yes.
Yes, I am a separatist as well. Let me see. I have been on YouTube. Like I said, I started on YouTube. My ex introduced me to Black YouTube, right? The
Hmm.
first person I ever followed or saw was Tyreek Nasheed. And he told me about, hold on, keep your eyes in your head. Hold on. So
I'm listening.
he he had bought his Hidden Colors um assessment, right? And
Hmm.
the videos and the whole nine. And I watched them with him and I was just like, hmm, okay. So what are we gonna do now? So now what? Now what
So,
happens?
so let me ask you. Now that you mentioned
Yes,
Tyree,
sure.
aka Flex's name, what do you think about?
Right. From
What do you
pimps up,
think
hoes
about
down.
if pimps up, holes down,
Can we talk about that?
and uh, what's his album? Um,
No, I didn't get the album.
you didn't get the album.
I ain't buy the album,
You didn't
Joe.
buy the Mink Slide. You didn't buy the Mink Slide
No, and I didn't donate to the museum either. You might as well just shoot me now. Just take my black card, okay? I'll mail it to you
album.
because I'm over it.
Foundational Black Americans.
Hit the cash app, people.
Hit
Hit the
the
cash
cash.
app.
Oh boy. So I'm afraid that now I'm afraid to ask.
Please ask.
Okay, what do you
Please.
think about Dr. Umar?
Ah, Dr. Umar, brother Ali Johnson. Child, Lord, have mercy. Bless his soul, Jesus. Look,
Go
you
ahead,
know
because
what?
I deal with this all day.
I was I watched a fellow YouTuber who at
Mhm.
one point I was really like, okay, okay, but that interview it's got me thinking. So I listened and then I was like, what we talking about here?
Hmm.
I am tired of hearing the same tropes. You say that you are a Pan Africanist. You say that you are for the Black community, yet and still you want to be divisive. I don't care
How's he being
about,
divisive?
well, you can't tell me that you care about the Black community, but yet and still you will not come to the conclusion that even though a person is gay or trans or queer, we've had those people in our community for centuries. It's not new.
Yeah, he'll bring them
So
in. He said before that he'll bring those people in. He's not scared of
it's
gays
not,
or trans at
I
all.
don't think that. I don't think that that's what it is. But you are saying that Black women are caping for trans women, and you're saying that they are men who were biologically changed. They're biological men who are pretending to be women. That's divisive conversation. When you have power, and he does, and I'm not knocking the man's hustle at all. You do what you have to do. But when you say things like that, we take that as human beings, doesn't matter the color, and we use it to justify what we do. You
Hmm.
cannot say these things. You cannot put these things out here and say you are Pan Africans. So you telling me ain't no gay people in Africa?
Not to my knowledge, no. Not to my knowledge. Certain countries, they don't allow none of that
I
stuff.
know, but it's not like they don't have it.
If they, they better not find out that they do have it, otherwise they come
Exactly.
out with the machetes.
Exactly. But
Look,
why?
okay, it-
For what reason?
clearly,
No, no, no. Not for you to answer that. It's more of a rhetorical because I don't think that you can be a full-on community person and disparage one group against another within the community that you're trying to assist. You're always
did
going
they
to
make
have
that choice to be gay, or was it coming upon them to be gay?
in
Were
some
they
it's
born
some
gay?
in some I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's
Mm.
some people become gay because they may have been assaulted and are not comfortable with the opposite
And
sex.
he talks about that all
I'm
the
not
time.
saying that he does not. You asked me what I thought of him. What I'm saying is this. I am all for whatever he decides to do. My issue is, when are we going to start taking action? When I Before I even got on here, I bought my land. I had 10 acres. My mother passed away, so
Oh
I had to
damn!
let it go.
My condolences.
Um
Mine too.
Thank you. Thank you. Um but it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me from realizing that even though we have all types of people in our community, they're still hungry, they're still homeless. We have black boys and black girls being trafficked, being stolen out of our neighborhoods, and no one is saying a word about it. I am
Hmm.
tired of those conversations. I don't care what an adult does. Once you're an adult and you've made decisions to do certain things, that is your decisions. I'm not going to knock that. What
Hmm.
I'm talking about is we holler out of one neck, the children, the children, the children. But yet and still, what exactly are we doing for the children? Because children can't raise themselves, children can't buy homes, children can't get apartments, children cannot go to the grocery store and shop for themselves. Some of us were made to do that out of necessity. However, we're living in a different time.
Hmm.
We have technologies that are available.
Hmm.
My thing is, I'm looking for the conversations about black people being in tech, black people being in agriculture, black people being in manufacturing. The same way that the Chinese can build in a few months a company, and get people working and making something, we can do the same. We can do the same.
Hmm.
The same way that we see our Middle Eastern brothers and sisters come here and make a way, open up something, do something, we can do the same.
Hmm. Through government money. Hmm.
No, black people, we have a spending power that even, oh, I'm gonna pull this up while we talk about it. Between the pandemic, this information is there. We spent 1.6 trillion dollars as a community.
On
One
what?
point
What?
on food, on whatever. It don't matter. Whatever you spent it on. We had
And
1.6 trillion dollars,
and
and
it wasn't
they,
our product, and none of it was our product.
of
Hmm.
course not. What do we have? What do
Hmm.
we own? Who's the
We still own
who's
mom
the
and pop
titan?
stores.
I'm not talking about the
Here's
mom and pop stores.
here's the thing that you're looking for. You're looking for the precise thing that says this is what the black community should look like. When you see Chinatown, for example, if you ever
Mhm,
been to Las
mhm,
Vegas,
mhm.
they have a whole community mall
Mm-hmm.
full of stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff you can never imagine. On the other side of town, you have Taiwan, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have Mexico. I know, I see where you're coming from, but due to the fact that people are so skeptical and afraid of having their own town, and their own malls, their own shopping malls, their
Mm-hmm.
own clinics, their own stores, their
Right.
own
You are
buses,
absolutely
even
right.
on radio shows.
Yes,
That,
you are
that's
absolutely
that's
correct.
crazy in itself. This
And
was is
why, but why is it though?
it's because one, I should say, most people are scared.
Yes.
Most people feel comfortable
Mm-hmm.
in, I would say, white supremacy hands. I would
Mm-hmm.
say some people would be comfortable with government just because they've been given a check,
Yeah.
and and wonder why taxes are going up, and
Ex-
wonder why inflations are going up, because you're accepting the
but
money that the government is giving.
how many black households is talking about inflation? Other
Ooh,
than gas, other than the gas and food is high, what else are we talking about? Rent, gas, and food. That's it. Because
we
those are
went
the
up
things.
from 50
Hmm.
bucks to 200.
Yes.
200.
Now, what you said is completely true, and I agree with all of it. It is all of it. I know that it may seem like I'm not looking for preciseness because you can't when you're dealing with humans. You're dealing with human beings. You're dealing with fear that has been inbred in our people. It has been
Mm,
done on purpose. It has been systematically done, whether we think so or not. It's like the argument that being poor is a state of mind. That's not true. You
mm,
got poor people in every culture. And then capitalism is a part of that.
mhm.
I have to have more than you to succeed. That's what we're taught. I have to have better than you. For me, now I have to create a need and create the demand
Mhm.
and create all of that so that it is this continuous circle. Now, don't get me wrong.
Don't fumble the bag, as one would put it. Don't fumble the bag.
Right. But where are you getting that bag from?
You
What
know what?
they allow us to do.
It-
See, I think
Underline
another
that
thing,
word allow.
allow. They allow us to. What's interesting is that I will hear my black men. I love y'all so, but child, Lord have mercy.
Please tell me. I'm a black man myself, so I,
But
what you can dish, I
and
can
I'm gonna
take it.
tell you. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point in the game, it's not really about dishing anything out to black men. That's not what I'm here for. I got on YouTube to find like-minded people like myself because I know we out here. We might not be in the majority now, but we can become the majority because it doesn't take that many people to change the world. It doesn't. You have 8 families that own all the majority of the wealth in the world.
One of us the Bilderbergers.
Now,
But let me give you some little piece of advice.
yeah, please.
You said you've been on YouTube for how long?
So I've been on YouTube as a watcher since 2015. And
Hmm.
then I got on YouTube as a creator about 6 months ago, I
Hmm.
think.
Padawan learner you are. well, well, let me give you a small
Yes,
little
I'm a
piece of
Star Wars
advice.
fan too. Yeah, go ahead.
I think we're gonna hit it off just nice. We'll hit
Listen
it off.
here.
Yeah.
Listen. Go ahead.
All right. All right. Certain spaces I would recommend listening first.
Hmm.
Because they may have some ideas, some some talking points that you might like.
Hmm.
All of it can go left at any point in time.
Yes.
Um, Need it as it may, you do what you do.
Right.
Just don't get into any arguments with none of these people. I've been through trials. I've been through the trials and fire
Lord.
with all of them, and let me tell you, I've been sniped.
Oh
I've
my.
been watched. I've been. Yeah, it's
Now,
it's
and
crazy.
can I just ask, were these
Mm,
black women or black men who did
black
this?
men, black
Uh-huh.
men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for the reason why the reason why that is because I am for black women. I say this all the time on my
Which is
channel.
wild to me. When did we become the enemy? When did we
When
become the
you
enemy?
started saying that you don't need men and men ain't
Who
shit.
said that? Who said that though? I'm still trying to find that one black woman that set it all off. And where is
it,
she now? Because I got
it
questions.
it's basically it's a ripple effect.
Yeah.
You say that men ain't shit and
Hmm.
men don't own anything. And
Right.
then here comes Kevin Samuels. Now
Ooh, yeah.
people all pumped up
Hmm.
because they found their sugar daddy. And then all
Ooh.
and then
Show
he
enough.
dies off and everybody wants to be the next KS
I
now.
see that. I see
Yeah.
that. Everybody's a dating guru. I'm
Mhm.
a pastor and don't offer dating advice.
You're a pastor, you said?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
I can marry people. I don't have a church or anything. I can do that. I can marry anybody in the country, and I do that kind of stuff.
Okay, you need to be careful. You need to be careful before you present. Don't present stuff like this right away, because you will get clowned no
I'm a
matter what.
scary individual. I found that here on these spaces, and to your point,
Mhm.
too late. I've already done it.
Oh,
um, I'll say this.
mm,
Coming from my background, my family members, which is interesting. I come from music, I come from radio, I come from religion, I come from the legal standpoint. I got cops, pastors, teachers, truck drivers, the whole thing, right? It's a vast amount of people business owners. My great grandfather, he was a dean of a college
mhm,
in Alabama. He was one of the few black men that had land, timber, as a matter of fact.
mhm,
Um, he had homes. He had what we call now like a plaza. So that's where I get my entrepreneurial spirit from is my grandfather and my great grandfather. Now, when
nice.
I started looking at a different way to live was probably around 2018. Um,
Mhm,
at the time, my mother has always had health issues. So she never owned a home. And that was something important for us and for her to experience. So, as I knew financially, doing that didn't make sense to me because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 30 years. And I don't know what the neighborhood's going to look like. And I don't know what kind of neighbors because I know what kind of house I would want. And I ain't trying to deal with it. I don't want the drama.
You
So
on the East Coast?
right now I am. I'm on the East
Okay.
Coast, making my way back to Arizona. I'm trying to
Mm,
buy an RV
mm,
um, because I'm building my house.
mm,
So, what I find interesting is that the information that's available is out there, right? And it was a white guy who put me on to what's called owner financing. So owner financing puts you in a different position. If you want to buy a piece of land but you're not ready to build, or you want to buy a piece of land and you're trying to make a plan for next year, you can buy an acre for a few $1,000s now.
mhm.
And so a lot of people look at that as I ain't trying to build my house from the ground up. That's crazy. Okay.
You wanted Umar to do it, but look at what he's doing right now.
Yes, brother Doctor, bless him, Umar Johnson. So I I don't, and no hate for real. Like I don't
Hey,
I yeah,
people
it is
have their
what it
own
is.
cup of tea about.
Right. And I'm
Mm,
fine with it. Get your sip it. Sip it, baby, slow, you know? So when I started doing the research and this white dude sat on the phone with me for almost an hour and a half, giving me mad information, right? Telling me
mhm.
this is how I can go about it, ask this, ask that, blah, 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 blah. So for me, I am a natural researcher. Like I love to find information and not just find it, but share it. Whether people listen or not, I know there's always somebody listening. So a
And
lot
there's
of
anchors in
times,
Arizona too. Yeah.
yeah. And so taking Arizona, for instance, there are, I don't know, have you ever driven across country?
Hmm. Um, Drove from Nevada to New Mexico to what Arizona to New Mexico to Texas, which was long, Louisiana, all the way to Florida, all the way to Florida for a day and a half, because I drive fast. So driving across country is, I mean, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, but yet so dangerous. And um, what you see is opportunity out there, and whenever you have a chance to grasp onto it, but we're so worried about our money. Um, I just want to say this: if you're not an owner of something, then you're a consumer of your own people. You are a consumer and purchasing goods from your own people. That money is supposed to accumulate 8 to 12 times, just like the Chinese do it, just like the Arabs do it, and so on and so forth. And oh, did you forget Pakistani are here too? Just because they're dealing with whatever they're dealing with out there. And they're making us dead last. So I say the opportunity is now, been now. I mean, we've been talking about this for how many years now? About 30, 40 years. I think it's about time that we get our head out of our butts and get with the program a little bit. But that's just me. I'm just a regular YouTuber. That's all. Hello, you good? Hello? Hmm. Hello, you there? Yeah, I'm not trying to take over chocolate or strain, but this is a nice little channel. Go ahead and subscribe and like and subscribe to the channel in Chocolate Earth News. And as soon as she comes back, we can continue with the discussion. And if there, and I would just like to say, if there were gays in Africa, some of most of that stuff isn't tolerated in Africa. Same thing with Ukraine, Iraq, all these foreign countries. But here we're free in the United States to do whatever we want, even incriminate and poison our kids. I don't know.
Okay. Hi. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I was so enjoying it. I apologize. This is a little lag as far as the video is concerned. So it was so gangster. I don't know what happened. My computer just died on me. I've worked it to death. So I apologize if you were waiting on me. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if We on Lock Nation. If you're still in the room, please just hit the same link I had put out, and you're more than welcome to come back up. My computer just said, forget what you're talking about. I'm so embarrassed. Can you guys hear me? If anybody can hear me, please let me know. Let me see here. Okay, I can close that part. I'm still here. I don't know if anybody can hear me, so I'm going to check on my other form. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I had put it in here. I'm going to drop the link again because I had to come off of my computer. So I'm strictly on a tablet now. So if I look a little weird or it's kind of slow, I apologize. See, you start talking about the truth. Mm-mm-mm. It just ended your life. But anyway, the point of the conversation, I was definitely enjoying the conversation before I had technical issues. Um, but to the point, yes, we need a community. And am I willing to sacrifice to build? Yes. Yes, I will say this right now. Somebody gonna pull it up 10 years from now, talking about this what she said. And I stand by it because I know it's possible. Even if it's one, right? We have 12 communities, 12 that are 79, 70. Oh, I kind of went backwards. So 70 to 80% Black that are wealthy, that are well off. No one has blown it up. Nobody has gone in and raided it. Because again, there's a benefit to this, and I definitely want to get deeper into that as I continue to discuss it. And if you are a part of something or you are like minded, please do not hesitate to reach out to me because it only takes a small few to take care of many. That's it. And it only takes a small few. And we know this. We know this. As we go higher and higher up the food chain, we see that it gets smaller and smaller. But yet, we want to pretend as though this does not exist or we can't make that happen. And it's just not true. It's not true anymore. And I'm not going to put Black people all in one bowl. It's not fair. We're not. We're not a monolith. Because if we were, we wouldn't have all the different art, the different music, the different athletes, the different teachers of our culture, the historians of our culture, those who have felt it necessary to continue to talk about the things that have brought us to this place today. And I do hope that with my conversations or with what I share, it can bring positivity to that, that it could show light that we are more than just Black people don't. We hear that so much. Black people don't do this, Black people don't do that. But there are a lot of Black people who do. It's just finding who they are, who are genuinely wanting to be. Those people exist. I exist. My parents got together and was making some hot sweet loving, and here I am. And because of my mother, definitely. And what I did get to see on my father's side, my father was a vet. He was in Vietnam. I got to witness what it was like to go to the VA And to see these men and women begging and waiting for help. Um, I went to what they call, I think it's Al Anon. I'm not sure, and I apologize, I'm not sure, but this is where you can take your children of who have parents who have addictions, right? And I went to those meetings with my dad, with my mom. And there were plenty of men, plenty of fathers, brothers, sons, sisters, moms, cousins sitting in those seats, sharing that experience that our parents weren't able to function because of what they went through and what they had to do in under the guise of this country, under the guide of freedom. However, we are not free. We're not free. When someone else is providing for you, you're not free. If you have to go get your resources from someone else, you're not free. And what I mean by that is, who built your home? Where do you go get your groceries? How do you get your electricity, water, gas, the cable you watch, the internet you using? Who created those things? And are we titans in those industries? And I'm not on here to preach. I'm not on here to put down or take away from what the accomplishments Black people have made. Many of those accomplishments being hidden, many of those accomplishments being whitewashed to keep us in this perpetual state that we can't have more. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that we can still think that we have valid arguments on on a system that we're on here on YouTube that was not created by us. Who's working for YouTube, right? Who is the CEO of YouTube now? It ain't me. And it ain't somebody that look like me. And it's a catch 22 because it's sad and relevant all at the same time. And so I've been hanging out here. I'm going to drop the link one more time. So if you want to come up, you want to chop it up with me, and then I'm going to jump off because I'm going to have to look into my technology situation. I guess it's time for a new laptop. Look, I'll use something till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? Let me see here. We're going to start this comment here. And then let me add it. Let me add it. Boop. I'm learning, y'all. Just hang on with me. I'ma do it. Let's see. Can I post this? Hold on. Post a comment. Let's see. Paste. Oh no, not that. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and but I do appreciate those who came in. And if you catch the replay, I appreciate you. Please like it. Please subscribe. Yes, it's a little haphazard right now, but it won't be like this forever. Let me see here. Okay. Yes, I learned. Ta-da. So I'm gonna throw this link back out. If anybody want to jump up, if we on Lock Nation, if you still here, or anyone else who'd like to come up, please do. Let me go ahead and post this. Not I lost where to post it because I'm doing it on a tablet. All right, here we go. Ooh, I got it. Ew, ew, I'm with it. Yeah. All right, put that in there. I hope that posted. Okay, great. It did. And so yeah, what I was saying earlier, and I'll make sure I'll have those comment the link in there to McKinsey.com where you can take a look and see where the where we are as far as information, um and why don't we have grocery stores in the areas that we're in? Why don't we have markets, farm markets? Why don't we? And we know why. We know why. There's no Sprouts in the hood. There's no Whole Foods in the hood. And two, affordability. That's another reason. If you are making minimum wage or maybe a little bit over that, go into a Whole Foods and try to stretch some money. I've shopped there. I've shopped at Sprouts. I was in a different income bracket, and so it allowed me to be able to do that. But everybody ain't like that. Everybody doesn't have that option. Um, so I do. I want to see better for us. And at this point in the game, I have to use technology, the internet, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok to get my message out there. Because I do need help. I'm not going to lie about that because my money is going to run out. And there's only two things left I want to get done before the end of this year. And that is we're in the process of paying for the nonprofit status because that opens a lot of doors. We don't have to rely on donations. We can then be eligible, Chocolate Earth Foundation can be eligible for a lot of grants that are out there. Um, I am going to be talking about building with the materials that the earth provides us, building with sustainability, building with an affordable price tag, unbelievably affordable. And don't get me wrong, I know my people. They need to see, they need proof. Some. But if you're trying to shock the masses into the reality of what's taking place, we're getting ready to go into a housing market crash. Home values are about to drop by 20%. That's huge. That's a lot. When you have purchased a house that's over $250,000 or $100,000, if you purchase your house and it's over six figures and it's dropping by 20%, that's a lot. Another thing I will be talking about and discussing is the fact that we have corporations purchasing in large quantities rental homes, apartment complexes, and now they're going after the manufacturing homes, trailer parks, if you will, and hiking up the rent. They're trying to turn us into a society of renters because how many people can afford to buy a home currently? And all this information is there. Nothing I'm saying is a secret. You can find it. And I will be providing receipts and everything. So now I have to come up with a new way to do my lives. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to wrap this up. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Please like, please share. If you have it in your heart, you can donate whatever to Chocolate Earth Foundation. Yep, it's on the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. You gotta say it 3 times to make it work. Okay, I'm being petty. So I bid nothing but greatness for my people, and for those of you who came in and listened, you have a beautiful night. Check in with me again. I will be doing another show tomorrow evening, and I'm going to try to be on every night, uh, of course, starting tonight. So reach out to me. Check out my YouTube page. All my links are there. Um, Wait a minute. Let me check something real quick. I hope I haven't like missed. Okay, no, it's just me. Okay, cool. So I didn't miss anybody. All right. Mad love and good night. Many blessings. And until we meet again. All right now. Bye bye.